So you just found out you're pregnant and maybe you're wondering, what changes do I need to make to my diet? What foods do I need to eat and what foods do I need to stay away from? And pretty much just how to eat better during this pregnancy. Well, my name is Alicia Darlene. I am a first-time mom to a beautiful baby girl. She's 8 months now. I'm also a first-time breastfeeding mom. And I also have my bachelor's in nutrition and dietetics, so you know that you're getting some good information. I also want to congratulate you on this new mama journey. And I know that there can be a lot of different stuff out there about pregnancy, and sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. So I hope this video helps. I'm just going to go over foods you should eat, foods you shouldn't eat, and just try to make it nice and simple so you can also remember when you're not watching video, when you're making your meals, you can kind of think back on this video about the stuff that I suggested. So if this video gives you value, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also hit the notification bell below, and you can get updates on every time I come up with a new video. I try to come up with a video every single week, but I do have an 8-month-old, so bear with me. But with that notification bell, you'll get the update when I do come out with something new. So real quick before we get started, I just wanted to mention that I was able to stay home. I didn't have to go back to work just after having her. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I can also make my full income from home, because if you're anything like me, I didn't want to send my baby off to daycare and I wasn't ready to go back to work yet. I wanted to be able to work from home, but be my own boss and make my own hours. So if you want more info about that, I'm gonna leave that in the description below. That'll be the first link. But let's get into the meat of the video. So speaking of meat, almost all pregnant women need to get more protein, more folic acid, more iron, and more calories. If there's room for improvement in your diet, eating highly nutritious meals is the best thing you can do for you and your baby's health. Don't necessarily listen to the quote that goes, "You're eating for two." Eating better means just to eat more nutritiously dense foods, not just eat more. If you're starting off with a healthy weight, you don't necessarily need to add more calories for your first trimester. Your second trimester, you'll need to add about 300 calories, and then your third trimester, you'll need to add about 450 more calories. Just to be clear, those numbers are strictly if you have a pre-pregnancy normal healthy weight. If you are underweight, overweight, carrying multiples, anything like that, that will skew those numbers a little bit differently, and you can talk to your provider about that. Okay, so first let's talk about what foods you need to avoid during pregnancy. These certain foods can be dangerous for your baby, so you definitely want to make sure that you know what they are and to stay clear of them. Okay, so the first one is going to be raw seafood, so any raw oysters or raw sushi. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can't have sushi at all, because I know we love sushi, going on sushi dates and stuff like that. If you're going to be going out for sushi or going to an Asian restaurant, you can order some. You just have to make sure that it's completely cooked. You can talk to the chef or the waitress about that. So you want to also avoid unpasteurized milk and unpasteurized cheese and any soft cheeses. You also want to stay away from pate, which is like a liver. You also want to stay away from raw or undercooked meat, poultry, and eggs. Pretty much all these foods just can have some kind of bacteria in them that can be harmful to your baby. So those are the main things that you definitely want to avoid. You'll also need to give up alcohol during this time. Drinking alcohol can lead to a whole bunch of different things, such as physical defects, learning disabilities, and emotional problems. So you just want to make sure that you are avoiding alcohol during this whole pregnancy. You'll also want to limit your caffeine intake. I know it doesn't really seem fair because you're probably extremely tired at this time, but you want to limit your caffeine intake to about 200 milligrams per day. So you can still have your coffee, just make sure to limit the caffeine a little bit. You also want to be careful on your fish intake now. Nearly all fish contain methyl mercury that can be a little bit harmful to your baby in mega doses, so you just want to stick to about 12 ounces a week, which is about 2 servings a week. So if you can stick to 2 servings, not go over that, then you're completely okay. Definitely you want to take a prenatal vitamin if you're not taking one already. Even without morning sickness, without food aversion, it can be really difficult to meet your nutritional needs, even with your well-balanced diet. So you definitely want to take your prenatal pill every single day. You want to make sure that you're picking a prenatal that has anywhere from 400 to 600 micrograms of folic acid. If you don't get enough folate in your diet, that can just be linked to some birth defects like spina bifida. So we just want to make sure that you start taking folic acid right away. The only difference between folate and folic acid is folate is a natural form of vitamin B9 and folic acid is just a synthetic form, just so you know if those two words are being used interchangeably. That's the only difference. Later on in your pregnancy, your provider may suggest that you take an iron supplement, a calcium supplement, or a vitamin D supplement. This is something that you can talk to them about, and just make sure that you bring your prenatal pills to your next appointment if that's something that they want to be supplementing you with. Also, if you're a strict vegetarian, if you have any medical conditions like diabetes, gestational diabetes, or anemia, you definitely want to ask your provider which other supplements you should be taking on top of your prenatal pill as well. If you have trouble swallowing your prenatal pill, you can also do chewables or the powder that you can mix with water. Just something that's easier for you to ingest, like if you're having trouble swallowing pills right now. So just keep in mind that more does not equal better. You don't want to take mega doses of any type of vitamin or mineral right now because they can be harmful to your developing baby. And I've mentioned this before in my other videos, but you don't want to be dieting right now. Dieting during pregnancy, most diets are just lower calorie, lower protein, lower carbs, just a lot of stuff that your baby absolutely needs right now. And weight gain is a good thing right now. Weight gain is a positive sign that you are having a healthy pregnancy. If you're slowly gaining weight, that means you're on the right track. Also, don't listen to this quote that you're eating for two. Healthcare providers suggest that you gain anywhere from 1 to 5 pounds in your first trimester, and that's it. And then roughly a pound a week moving forward. Of course, that does differ if you are overweight, underweight, or carrying multiple babies. So if that's you, you can ask your provider about what weight you should be gaining per week. So now you can get used to eating small, frequent meals. As your pregnancy progresses, your baby is going to start crowding your stomach and all your organs are going to be moving up. So you're not going to be able to eat big meals anyways. So just start getting used to eating those small, frequent meals, especially if you're having nausea, any food aversions, indigestion, heartburn. These small frequent meals will also help with that. So you can also snack, of course, in between meals. Just make healthy choices. Stay away from any junk food, empty calorie snack, processed food, packaged foods, sugary food. You can do some sweets, of course, but just make healthy choices there too. So you can do like banana smoothies, trail mix, an all fruit sorbet, anything like that. But of course, if you have the occasional cookie or piece of cake, that is not going to be harmful to you or your baby. So I hope this cleared up anything that you were wanting to know about food, which foods to eat, which foods to avoid in this video. Like I said, like and subscribe to my channel. I try to come out with a new video every single week. I go over new mom tips, I go over breastfeeding, just pretty much anything. If you have any suggestion for another video, leave that in the comment below also. And you can check out my other videos. I'm currently doing just week 6 through 40 pregnancy, just how you and baby are growing. If you want to check those out, I can leave the first one in the description below. And I hope this was beneficial for you. Talk to you soon.